Just got the Facebook announcement. Just got a second Facebook announcement.
That's right. Bringing in the music.
YouTube.
Coming to life. You look like you should be rocking the kombucha with this music going. Comments coming through for you.
Yeah, only YouTube. But that might be because that's all we're seeing. That makes sense.
All right, cool.
Let's do it. We got 25 people on, 28 people on Facebook, but just a silent group.
Cut the music. All right. Let's get in here. There we go. All righty. We're getting started.
All right. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that. That was a high production value intro right there.
Oh, man, I wouldn't do anything less for you guys, you know?
That's right. And you guys may have already caught, we do have our special guest that I promised last week. Right over down there.
I'm down in the corner again, guys.
That's
hey,
right.
It's good to see you. I'm happy to be down in the corner again.
Matt's back
Yeah,
for one more.
a guest appearance.
Just got one more.
Yeah.
One more in him. But hi. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Hi, Yusuf. Oh, man. The font's small. I can't see. Hi, guys. I can see the text, but not the names.
Can I change that?
We'll see. We'll see if it becomes an issue. Marin did ask about watching the video in the future. This video will be live in the Facebook stream, so you can watch it there. It'll also be live on Twitch for 2 weeks, and then it will reside permanently on YouTube. So you can go to YouTube, our YouTube channel, anytime, and it will live there in its entirety forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, that's right. YouTube is the place to go for the old streams.
Yeah. So, hey, get this extra mark.
I'm trying to. My mouse is messed up here. Here we go. Okay, Mark, get out of there, bud. You don't need two of you.
Right. That's right. One mark is more than enough for us. How's everybody doing today? So, welcome back. We weren't here last week because we were all off celebrating the 5th of July, which is a big day in American history or something.
The 5th of July? Did
Yeah.
you mean to say that?
Well, that last Friday was the 5th.
Was the 5th.
Yeah,
yes,
so,
okay.
yeah. But now we're here. We were there, and now we're here.
It's official, boys. We're back.
That's right.
The back attack.
Hello from LA, aka Lower Alabama. Nice. I see what you did there, Ted. If I missay anybody's name, it's because the font on my monitor is small. It's That's a great excuse. Actually, I'm going to use that a lot more often for getting things wrong. Yeah, hi from Chicago. That's where I'm from. Chicago's awesome. It's a great place to be from. What else we got? South Africa, awesome. Yeah.
Far and wide. Far and worldwide, as
yeah.
far as I'm concerned.
That's where a little somebody from everywhere, pretty much, based on those 4 places I called out. North Carolina. I don't know if I said that too, but yeah. Utah. There we go. See, people are speaking up. So, I don't know if you guys saw or not, but the idea that today, what we're going to shoot for is based on a movie that's out now. That would be Toy Story 4. So, I actually haven't seen the movie yet. So, maybe some of you guys out there have seen it. You can throw out a little trivia to us or a little information. Just don't spoil it for me, Kay. I haven't seen it yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's a big movie out, of course. Huge franchise.
That's right.
Toys coming to life. That's what it's based on, of course.
That's right.
That's as much as I know.
Matt doesn't have an excuse to see Pixar movies right now, so.
Yeah, no, I need to
find a kid you
babysit
can
or something,
use.
maybe?
Yeah. So if you're in the Michigan area and have a spare child that Matt could borrow so we could go to some kids' movies,
Yep,
you know.
I'd love to see that.
Because otherwise it'd be weird.
Yeah. Just me alone slurping on some crunching on popcorn.
We got does that say Glogau? Hello from Glogau. No, I don't know where Glogau is. I do know where Houston, Texas is. Nashville. I've heard of France. Apparently, the Tour de France just left this morning. That's pretty cool. Sao Paulo, Brazil. Algeria, Ireland. Yeah. You guys are awesome. You guys are all over the place. I feel boring because I'm always in the same spot, but I guess that's how living somewhere works. That is true. Sean Corey Adams did say you actually don't need an excuse to see a Pixar movie. Anybody can go.
Yeah, they're fun for the whole family.
Even without a family.
Or no family.
Yeah, fun for yourself.
Fun for everybody.
So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hop right into it. So, our general idea, what we threw out there was just kind of Toy Story 4. Or really, we didn't even say, I think we just kind of said Toy Story. So, which, majority of the characters really don't change. The main characters are pretty much, got the same cast, same crew throughout the movies.
Although the name of the stream I put in Toy Story 4 just to get the extra clicks.
Right, that's right.
Got to put in the...
You got clickbaited. It'd have been like, Toy Story? Pfft, that's like a decade old.
Regular Toy Stories?
I'm not clicking on that. Toy Story 4?
Yeah.
Immediately. Yeah, so we're gonna do some stuff from Toy Story. So my thought, and I'm throwing this out there for you guys, because you guys can redirect me if you like, but I downloaded a couple pictures of characters that I thought we could go take a look at and maybe model. Like I said, if you guys have a better idea, I was thinking maybe, usually these streams are usually about 3 hours, so I thought maybe we'd try to do a character an hour, see how that works. And that may change. That's a loose plan at best.
Excuse me.
So I was thinking that the ones I downloaded were, I got a picture of Woody and Buzz. I thought maybe modeling their heads would be kind of fun. It'd be some cool subdivision modeling. We get some smooth modeling in there. That might be kind of cool.
Woody and a couple of the main characters of the Toy Story
That's right.
franchise. Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond.
That's right.
There's a snake in my boots.
Tim Allen and
Thomas Hanks.
Tom Hanks. That's right. And new to Toy Story 4, we can't leave out new characters. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm so intrigued by Forky. I mean, a homemade toy made out of a spork.
Mm-hmm.
How could I not love that? I mean, that's like right up my alley.
Yeah,
I love everything about it.
Yep.
So, yeah, we just got a hand raised for Forky. So,
Forky,
we'll go with it. And a yeah for Buzz. Nobody loves Woody. That's cool. He's the cowboy. He's set in his ways. He's kind of rude. So yeah, we'll do that. I'm gonna brighten that up a little bit. All right, so I'm just gonna hop in and start. Like I said, I did download a couple of images beforehand. not a huge fan of surfing Google on live broadcasts, so I did my due diligence. But that's all I did. I really didn't. I haven't tried to model anything at this point. So we'll go ahead and I'm going to start with Forky. Like I said, he's the most exciting to me, and I really kind of want to jump in and make him. So I'm going to go to Import. And I'm going to go to my desktop where I got Forky. I'm going to import him as an image.
Forky, of course, voiced by the great Tony Hale.
Right? I did not get that at first. I was like, who the heck is Tony Hale? But then you look at a picture of him, and yeah,
Hey, brother.
He's Buster from Arrested Development. That's where I know him from, anyhow.
He's in Veep too.
He's done a lot of stuff. He's always kind of got a funny, kind of insecure character he plays, and I'm assuming Forky's in the same vein.
He looks like a goofball.
He does look. He's something.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna hop in, and we're gonna just tear into this thing and just start modeling him. I got this image as just kind of a reference. I'm not gonna photo match or anything like that. I mean, it's not that kind of shape. So what I think I'm gonna do is start the bottom, work my way up. So he's got, I believe, popsicle stick feet. He has what I thought was a Band-Aid wrapped around the bottom. Has anybody seen it? This kind of looks like clay. For whatever reason, I thought it was a Band-Aid. Maybe I just saw a picture that looked like that, but kind of looks like a lump of clay.
Yeah.
With a spork shoved in it. A couple of mismatched googly eyes, one big, one small. Looks like some maybe some clay, rope, mouth, and brow, and of course some pipe cleaner hands and arms. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna see what I could do with this in an hour or so time.
So 11:10 p.m. our time.
12:10.
I mean, that's when. Wait, what did I say?
You said 11.
11?
Yeah.
So 1:10 our time is what I, of course, meant.
Oh.
We're not working backwards in time. That'll be our end time where you have to stop the clock and then pencils down. No more modeling on Forky.
All right.
Is that right? Okay.
That's right. That sounds good. All right. So I'm just gonna hop right in. I'm gonna start with a rectangle with a half circle arc, and I got a foot. I'm gonna just soften these right now.
Oh, it could be gum, chewing gum. His bottom like base.
Oh,
thing.
that sounds that makes a lot of sense. Not that gum and clay are modeled all that differently, but yeah, I'll go with that. All right, so I'm gonna make this component. I'm gonna call it a foot. And I'm gonna take it, rotate that like that. And I don't know, these will probably move around. I'm gonna model each of them, each chunk, each forky chunk as a separate piece, and then I'll come back and kind of put them back together after that. Some of you guys have seen or not, but I have done a couple videos where I subdivision modeled a spoon, and
I've seen it.
I know you have. I believe you. So I may try something along those same lines here. So I'm just going to kind of, again, hop in here, try to think exactly how I want to do this. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to create a rectangle like this, and I'm going to push it through once like that, and then, whoops, I'm going to push pull. This is kind of nice using a image. I can actually look at Forky. Man, see, you said that, Matt. Now I'm stuck on Sporky.
Up, yeah.
I can look at Forky from either side. It's kind of cool. So I'm starting with the bottom of the spork, and then anytime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my control mesh, and anytime that control mesh has a need to change, so it looks like the body of Forky kind of starts out wide and tapers up to where his neck is, and then it flares out for the bowl of the spoon. So I'm going to option create a new surface there, and this section will be this section right here. Then I'm going to do another one that's going to be where it widens out. Maybe from here to here will be one. I'll put one right here in the middle to kind of hold that width, and then another one for the tip. So from here, I'll go 1, 2, 3, something like that. And at this point, like I said, this is just a control. This is like the most basic outline of what I'm hoping to end up with.
Looks like a jewel. You seen those jewels?
It does.
Yeah.
Totally inappropriate for a Toy Story session.
Yeah, no, not for kids.
I'm gonna make it a group. Hey, I'm gonna save.
Smart.
Forky. All right, and I'm gonna come in here. One of the reasons I saved is every time I did that offset, that push-pull, I create a new surface on the inside. I could go inside and delete those. I could actually have used the push-pull tool that comes with the Sub-D toolkit, because that'll actually do that without creating the surfaces. But I gotta create a group anyhow to subdivide, and once I get in here, I can just hit Solid Inspector, which will find those interior faces, and hit Fix to delete them. So I do want the lines that break up the outside mesh, but I don't want the surface on the inside, because that'll mess with my subdivision. All right, now I'm gonna go to the top like this, and I'm gonna grab these loops one at a time, and actually have a shortcut for Vector Tools. Vector Tools is gonna grab those. Vector Tools, if you haven't seen before, it's an extension from TomTom. And what Vector Tools does is allows you to move the points rather than lines or surfaces. In and of itself, it's just a different way to edit. The reason I use it in subdivision modeling is in standard SketchUp tools, if you move or scale or rotate, you can end up breaking the surfaces. Autofold will come in there and start creasing stuff, and that can break the quads. So by using the tools, these specific tools, it's less likely that those quads are gonna get broken. So that's the reason I use Vertex Tools for most of my editing when I do this kind of modeling. All right, so I'm gonna grab this end right here, which is scale. And it's gonna scale about the middle and pull it into about there. I'm gonna grab this whole section right here. I'm gonna pull it out. And I'm gonna grab this top section and pull it back in. One of the things I'm watching as I do these selects, so I'm just doing sweeping selects from the top, but I am watching up here in the corner because it tells me how many vertices. I know it's really small on your screen, and I apologize, but this is where we are. So right now it said I only got 7 vertices selected. So if I was to come in and scale or something, look what gets left behind, this point right here, because I missed it. So I am watching as I do these selects to make sure that I'm selecting the right number. A full ring, a full loop around the outside would be 4. So that should be 2 loops. I should have 8 vertices, and yes, I do have them right there. So just a quick snapshot into my workflow right there. All right, so right now I'm just gonna hit the subdivision button. See, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting close to sport shaped. I'm gonna do this. I did intentionally leave this bottom section as just kind of a rectangle. That was on purpose. That's what's gonna get shoved in the chewing gum or clay. I didn't really see a need to put a whole lot more detail there. All right, so if we look at my spork versus Forky the spork,
It is confusing, isn't it?
it really is.
He's not a fork.
Come on, Pixar. We got some obvious issues. He's a little wide at the bottom,
Yeah.
so
Agreed.
we'll go ahead and pull that in just a touch, slim him down.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anything
I
wrong with that,
wish it was that easy to
I
slim
know.
down, you know? Oh, man.
All right, a little more narrow in the neck, and his head is bigger and wider. So something to remember with subdivision modeling, if you do get into this workflow, you do want to compensate for the roundness that's going to end up happening. So when I hit subdivide, this corner, for example, is going to get rounded out like this. So that means the widest point here is actually going to come in. So when you make this kind of a mesh like this, you do want to account for that. So this should be a little bit wider, a little bit bigger, exaggerated in the outside mesh because it's going to tighten in once you subdivide. So if I do come over here and see, that's definitely closer, but I want to give him a little chin lift right there. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'll grab this, move it straight up. I did use just regular move for that. There's certain moves that I know I can do with that. With regular move that won't mess with my mesh, and that's one of them. All right, let's subdivide. All right, that's not too bad.
Could be a spoon or a spork.
If you didn't know better, we're not going to leave it there. We got more work to do. Don't worry.
A rattle.
It does. It looks like a baby rattle.
That's a toy too.
That's true. Hey, done. I made Rattler the toy.
Poisonous.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe that's not so good. All right. Okay. So the bowl of my spoon is going to come out this way. So this way is going to grow out. So this is the front side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by, no, I'm not going to start by that. I'm going to come in and, how do I want to do this? I need to add some additional geometry. So I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to take that shape. I'm going to copy it from one side. Alt move to put it on the back side. Now let's right click and hit orient faces. One of the reasons I grabbed geometry and copied over instead is one, it's quicker. The other reason is if I'd come in and drawn these lines, there's a chance I could have actually created an interior surface. So by creating lines, it's not going to automatically try to heal it and make a surface on the inside. All right, so I'm going to grab this shape right here, front and back. I'm going to use Vertex Tools to pull that out. This is the bowl of the spoon. That looks pretty good. And actually, while I'm here, I'm just going to go ahead and grab this. Same geometry, same 8 vertices. And I'm just going to push them through like this. Sporks don't have terribly deep bowls either. So, all right, I'm going to pull that down a little bit. At this point, it's kind of sculpting. All right, so that looks like it's giving me the right idea. I'm going to go ahead and subdivide it. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. All right, I'm going to unsubdivide, and I'm going to save. How many saves have I gotten so far? Well, not too many. That's good. That means I'm doing something right.
2 or 3.
I'm ahead of you guys. I'm staying ahead of you guys. That's my whole goal, is to stay ahead of you guys, if just barely. All right, I'm going to take the top, and I'm going to taper it together a little more. I'll come in afterwards and actually cut the tines. You can see they're kind of rounded out. I'll probably make it nice and thin and then just do like a solid intersect or something like that to cut that out. Ooh, I'm 10 minutes in. I gotta get going. I gotta get moving. All right, so if I subdivide that again, let's take a look. Yeah, that's looking all right. Sporky is really a pretty thin material. So one of the things I'm gonna do right now is grab all of this. And I'm gonna get it nice and skinny. All right, let's see what that looks like. All right, yeah, we're pretty close. That's not bad at all. I do feel like it is pulling down a little too much. See this? So this is something that happens with subdividing a lot. So I'm gonna put my mouse right on where that line is in my mesh. Watch how far down that drops when I hit subdivide. See how it pulled down to here? Because subdividing is averaging between where the points are. So it's pulling this shorter piece against this longer piece, and it's pulling it down. It's just not something bad, it's just something to note. What I can do, one of the things I can do to fix that is actually insert geometry right here. So if I come in here and I'm just gonna draw a quick ring around here, I could actually use QuadFace Tools to do this too. Whoops.
Hi, Bruce. Thanks for welcoming me back. Happy to be back, of course. What is the plugin's name? He's using Vertex Tools Sub D Solid Inspector. And have you used QuadFace Tools yet? Or?
It's open here. This is the toolbar on the left. Oh,
so then also QuadFace Tools. I put some of them in the description of YouTube, so you can, if you didn't catch them, you can check them out on there.
All right, so by inserting the ring right here, when I subdivide, see that? It stays, it actually goes up a little bit, but that ring stays much closer to where I want it. So I can actually use that to kind of move my geometry around. So there we go. It looks closer to Forky's neck. Oh man, this is gonna be a battle for this next. What do we got? 48 more minutes. I'm gonna battle saying Sporky or Forky. All right. So he is a plastic spoon. So those plastic spoons do kind of have a pretty close to right angle ridge running down the back. And then in the front, we actually have this little raised area where it kind of scoops up. The profile is kind of a U kind of shape. So I'm gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna unsubdivide, and I'm gonna grab this, this set of lines, and I'm going to crease them. This is a new introduction to my toolbar at the top. I just added crease to this.
Oh.
Kind of a big deal. I don't add stuff up there very often, so you know.
Yeah, it's prime real estate.
That's get her done territory. All right, I'm gonna subdivide that. See how that looks? All right, yeah, that's looking a little more like a spoon. I did 80%. I still feel like I got a little bit too much of a round here, so I may grab those same lines. And maybe not this top one. Maybe these guys right here. And I'll crease and I'll bring it up. You can crease while subdivided. A lot of people don't know that you can actually do this. You actually see how it changes your control mesh as you slide it around.
Oh, cool.
It is demanding. So your fan may kick on your computer when you start doing that. It may be noticeable. It may, if you grab a lot of lines and you have a lot of creasing going on or a lot of geometry, if you're subdivided to a very dense mesh, you may actually, it may actually groan a little bit. It is recalculating that mesh every time you slide it. So, all right, so let's put it at 90%. That looks good. On this side, I'm going to grab those same lines up to here, and I'm going to make those straight because so I'm going to crease them to 100%. This can give me just basically a flat surface right there. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come in here and I'm actually going to make a separate surface here that I'm going to pull out a little bit. So I'm going to unsubdivide. And so here's what I'm going to do. This is actually still a nice, even, flat rectangle right now. There's no subdivision. If I look at my hidden geometry, it's not broken. I don't have any hidden lines in here. This mesh is actually very insanely clean right now, just the way I like it. So actually I'm tapping my show hidden button, and you see there's no dotted line showing broken geometry yet. So I'm going to grab this and I'm going to offset this much. I'm going to do the same down here. No, actually I'm not going to do the same down here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to grab these lines and I'm going to use my inferencing to run those lines up and down.
Up and down and turn all around.
As they would say in a kid's movie, perhaps Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
We got a couple of Toy Story sound effects on the docket for today, so
enjoy. All right, so one of the things that's going to happen, I'm going to save because I'm going to do something bad. Right now, this shape right here is not a polygon, or it's not a quad. Quad means four-sided. This, if you count, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So this is not a four-sided shape. Subdivision engine will work with, Subd's engine will work with quads and on occasions triangles. Triangles are actually pretty clean. If you have what it calls n-gons, which is shapes, polygons of more than 4 sides, stuff can get a little less than perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and hit subdivide just to show you what happens. Yee. That's what happens.
Waboo.
It goes in and breaks it up for me. Not usually the solution I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to terminate those quads up into the corner here.
Terminated.
That's right.
Is Sub-D standard tools? No, it's an extension. You can find it on the extension warehouse. So, yeah.
All right. Now, I'm gonna actually use sub D's push-pull. And I'm gonna pull this side out that much-ish. Whoops, come on. Oh, I had the perfect ballpark, maybe nice length. All right. I'm gonna pull each of these out to the same, oh.
Whoa.
You guys ever do this?
Forky.
This is kind of fun. So Forky here is a PNG with transparency, which means as soon as I get on this side of him, I'm actually snapping to the face of the image rather than the point which is behind it. So I gotta come past Forky. Ugh, there we go. Oh, Forky. Whoops. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I blame Forky though.
Yeah, he's always getting in the way and messing up the geometry.
I'm pretty sure that's his position in the movie. He ruins orbiting. All right, so there's my kind of ribs. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna hit Solid Inspector to get rid of those interior faces for me. Model or geometry like this doesn't have to be solid in order to work with solids or to work with sub D. You can actually use interior surfaces intentionally to create hard creases or inversed smoothing, but I obviously don't want that geometry. So, all right, let's see what this looks like when I subdivide. Oops, get rid of that hinge out. So not bad. So we're going for this this kind of crease thing here. That's not terrible. It should be pretty hard crease on the inside as opposed to the outside. So you can see this is kind of the shape we're getting now. We're getting kind of a right there, and we want more about. So I'm gonna go grab this and this.
It's industry jargon.
That's right.
You know.
I'm gonna grab these three right here, and I am going to crease those to. I'm gonna go again to about 95%. And oh yeah, that's the stuff. That's looking better. That's looking kind of like what we got here. This is a little harsh up here. I might wanna add that in my things to clean up. I'm gonna be selective about what I clean up, being that I have, what, 40 minutes left? So, I do want these pieces here. This is a little bit thicker than what I got, so I'm gonna grab those four sides right there, and then use Vertex Tools, and I'm just gonna scale them together. Just gonna kind of thicken up that wall. That's not so bad.
Hey, Gamborg. Thanks for saying so. I've certainly missed being here, but I enjoy being on the other side of the stream as well. I like to be a viewer too. So
It's a lot less work.
that's true. Less setup, more of just tuning in. But yeah, thanks for saying so, and happy to be back for a guest appearance.
There we go. Soften that down just a touch. Yeah, I think that'll work for now. All right, I'm gonna see what happens if I take this up a notch. I get a little smoother. The top here is definitely too wide. It needs to taper back in. So I'm also gonna go a little bit high. Like I said, I'm gonna come back with a shape that's gonna cut that as a solid. So I can take this. That is a Vertex tool message that's coming up. I'm not sure what I did. I got skills when it comes to making stuff, making software unhappy. Kind of do this a little bit. Let's subdivide that.
Boy. That'd be nice if you could deactivate that.
Yeah. I was on the beta for last Vertex Tools, and I made it do that quite a bit. Not a big deal, just saying. That looks pretty good. All right, I'm gonna call this done for my spoon shape. I'm gonna do this though. I'm gonna make a copy of Forky's body. I'm gonna put it right over there. I'm gonna slap that on there. Not too bad. All right, and the reason I'm making a copy and setting aside is I'm gonna destroy my mesh right now. I'm gonna take this and right click and explode. So this is no longer, I can't unsubdivide anymore. So this is now just geometry. It does still have some special hiding going on where the lines are hidden and stuff. I can actually get rid of that too by coming in here, soften and smooth the whole thing.
So the subdivision happens on a like per component basis, is that?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so this right here
Is still.
I can still come over here and unsubdivide that group.
Gotcha.
This one,
Not going to do
nothing.
anything.
All right, I am, however, going to select it and put it back into a component, and I'm going to call it the spork. I know this is not forky. This is the spork that from which forky comes. That was graceful the way I said that. All right, I'm going to use my reference photo real quick. Let's see, how do I want to do this? He's not straight on. He's slightly askew, but I will just use him to model half of what I want. Nope. All right, and I'm going to take this, copy it over here. I'm going to put an arc right here. So I copied that line over so I knew I was getting exactly a half circle. It actually turned out looking a little weird, didn't it? If I carry this line down through. There we go. That's probably a little overly critical right there, but all right, so I'm just going to throw a couple arcs here and oops. This one's going to get weird because I'm not going to do that. Oops. All right. I'm going to take this shape now, and I know that, whoops. I know that this is not going to line up with Sporky's head because, again, like I said, he's at an angle, but this should give me the shape I want. All right, so these lines right here are going to actually show up if I use solid tools on my main spork. So I'll undo. I'm going to grab these lines, and I'm going to use the weld extension to weld them into a single line. Then if I push pull, see I get that nice smooth geometry, no breaks because the control lines I'm push pulling off of aren't separate pieces. So that's nice because as I make this solid now, when I intersect it with this solid, I won't lose any, I won't have to go in and clean up in between the tines of the spork. They're called tines when they're on forks. I'm assuming they're still tines, right? That makes sense.
Tiny tines?
Tines. Whoops. All right. Triple click to get all this, make it a group. Actually, I could have made it a component. I don't have any reason to save it though, so I'm just gonna make it a group. All right. I'm gonna go grab it by the bottom of that arc. And I'm gonna place that bottom of that arc right here on the tip of the spoon. And then I'm gonna slide it forward on the green axis and down on the blue axis till it cuts all the way in. And here's where I'm going to do some scaling. This is bigger than this, so I'm going to hit scale, and I'm going to hold down S apparently. Scale. And I'm going to scale about the middle because I have the center of this spork where I want it. So I'm going to just scale. I'm going to hold down both option to scale about the middle and shift to uniformly scale. And then that's going to get me that. That's a little too big. So I'm going to do the same thing. Option shift would be control shift if you're on Windows machine. All right. There we go, slide that down, see how that looks. Not too bad. Actually needs to cut down even further. No, maybe not. I think I do have a little bit of a scale issue here. I'm going to scale this down. Oops, grabbed the wrong scale. Wrong. I'll make him a little more. He's a little bit too tall and skinny there, I think. Looks a little better. Again, I'm sculpting. I'm making this up as I go. All right. That looks not too bad. Let's use some solid toolness. Tool palettes, grab my solid tools. And I always got to remember which one to use.
No, I always pick the wrong one.
Yeah, trim. I'm going to trim that from this. Totally wasn't surprised that worked right. I knew it was going to happen.
Oh.
All right. I'm looking fairly sporkish there.
Nice. That looks good.
All right. Everything's coming up Millhouse. All right.
It looks like somebody said they just bought a 3D mouse. What mode do you use your 3D mouse in?
So mine is always in object mode. Object mode works like this. This is my 3D model. As if I have it, the 3D mouse acts as if I have it on my hand and I'm moving around like this. Helicopter mode is if you are right here and you're flying around the thing. Generally speaking, most of the things I model are small things like this where I'd want to be spinning around, or exterior architecture where I want to be looking at it as if it were a miniature piece that I could spin around. If you were doing something like a lot of landscape or something like that where you want to actually move over it, then you may use the helicopter mode as opposed to object mode. And honestly, I've stayed in object mode and just kind of left it there. There's some times where I get into like the inside of an object and it gets a little weird because I'm rotating the thing that's around me from the outside. So that can get a little odd, but I just kind of muscle through that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, once you're used to it, it seems like
one thing. It really, I don't think there's a wrong way to do it. It's whatever works best for you, and just let yourself learn how to use that tool.
Mm-hmm. And it is the 3D Connection Space Mouse Enterprise they were using. The link's in the YouTube description. A couple people asked about that. So
yeah, if you go to 3dconnection.com, just look at their catalog. This, like Matt said, is the Enterprise. So flagship product.
All right, so what's next on Forky?
All right, let's do Googly Eyes, because that'll give us some personality. I'm gonna start this with just a sphere. So I'm gonna draw me a couple circles. Select one, follow me, grab the second circle, and I got a sphere. I'm gonna go into this sphere, and I'm going to use color to put an iris onto the sphere.
You know, one thing that would be cool for the paint bucket tool is if you did it like the eraser tool where you could drag over multiple faces.
That would be nice. I second that. You could, I guess, no, because I can't drag, because if I drag, I'm going to grab stuff on the backside too.
Oh, yeah. Could you use the eraser and then hit escape and then bucket?
That's true. You could do this. I could hold down shift. Oh, except this is only going to grab lines and not surfaces.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Keep working on that. We'll come up with something.
Yeah.
All right. And then...
Hello, Emmanuel. Thanks for watching. Benedict watching from Philippines. Ooh, cool.
I'm going to call that an eye. Flip it to vertical. And then his eye's just slightly off kilter. So I'm going to turn it this way just a bit. And then I'm going to turn it down just a bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to explode it. I'm going to make it a component again. actually jumped the gun there. I should have made the first one a group. The reason I did that is what I want to do is I want to use scale to squish this into like a googly eye shape. And by rotating and moving it first, I was able to, kind of get it lined up where I want it. All right, now I'm going to grab that by a point and chuck it on here. Done. All right, I'll scale just a touch.
Cyclops Forky.
You're pausing on Forky too, aren't you? You're like, your brain's going, Forky, not
Before I mention it, I have to
Forky.
think about it every time.
I'll just rotate it out this way.
Claudia, watching from Poland. Hello. Thanks for tuning in.
Almost. At this point, I'm just grabbing points on the mesh of the eyeball and using rotate. I'm locking rotate to the vertical axis in this case and just spinning it this way. I'll come here on the side, get to the red axis, and then I can spin it this way. All right, there we go. A little too big. That's okay. Resizing is easy. Scaling is simple. All right, so there's one eye, and I need 2 eyes. So I'm just going to Option copy and slide it over. And then I will do the same thing where I'll just come in here and rotate, get it aligned to the face, scale it down. Cut, whoa, little too derpy. I over derped. All right, so I'm gonna shift. There we go. It's smaller, but not like too much smaller. All right,
Not
there we
comically small.
go. Yeah. It's not ridiculous. He's just a talking sport, guys. All right.
Lemuel, new to SketchUp and love this program. Oh, awesome. Nice.
Hey.
I hope you can catch some inspiration from watching this video, maybe some tips, and yeah, thanks for tuning in.
All right.
And then also Dave asked how you lock rotation to an axis. I don't know if you were using the arrow keys.
I do. I just hit up, left, and right to lock to the blue, green, and red axes, respectively. Sorry, I take a break every once in a while for caffeine because just before this we went and ate large amounts of hamburger and
Burgers and fries.
it's bringing me down. I ate in the best possible way. No complaints, but I'm tired. All right, so one of the things I'm going to do, right now you can see this intersects, but I don't have a line there. I don't have an intersection line where those pieces meet. So I'm going to grab the spoon, and I'm going to use the spoon to trim the eyeball. And that'll give me an intersection line where those two meet. Same thing, spoon, trim, other eyeball. And where this one went through, actually, I got a section on the back that I'll just delete that. All right, there's my eyes. Now I gotta get this brow. Trying to think. So there is a tool called Draw on Surface, I think. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go Tools on Surface. Tools on Surface, Draw on Surface. Let's go check the extension warehouse because this always turns out really well when I grab a new extension on the fly.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love this kind of.
Like watching a
Shoot from
train
the
run
hip.
into a car, you can't look away. Bezier, nope. All right. The other option is to, no, that's enough. I'm on the clock. I can't be going.
Yeah, you're, what, you got 23 minutes left?
Holy cow. All right, so.
Oh, boy.
All right, so I'm gonna draw a line straight through his head, one side to the other.
Ian did mention
us
that it
over
was
here.
called Tools on Surface, but
Tools on surface. Does that let you draw too? Is that the same tool we're talking about? All right. So what I'm gonna do here. Oh, he's looking. All right, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna lay it down. Just relax. Find your happy place. All right, I'm gonna take this line segment right here, bring it over. It's about right. It's actually just slightly tilted. As far as I understand Forky's story, is that he is made by a child. So, all right, I think this will work with drape or drop. Let's see. It's not, the whole thing's not a mesh, but a portion of it's a mesh. I'm gonna see if this is actually gonna work to drop onto that piece. So I'm gonna go grab my sandbox tools.
oh, nice. Who was it? Somebody called out Sandbox Tools before.
Big win.
Dave, yeah. Predicted the future.
Drape. I forget how to select right here. Boom.
Okay.
All right. So what that did right there is that gave me not just the arc looking straight forward, but it actually, see that it actually moves to Forky's head. So what I can do now is I can come in here, grab one of these lines, put a circle. Here's the big question. What's the easiest way to get a circle perpendicular? I'm gonna grab this line and bring it way out here. Way is relative when you're working on the face of a spork. All right. Oops. Pull this line way out here, so I don't have to worry about the surface. So I just grabbed that last segment and continued it on out. And now,
Can you click and hold and then drag onto the line? Would that do it?
no, that works in rotate.
Okay.
What I can do is I can draw a line this way. And this way. So what that was the first one, when you click on a line and you inference it using the down arrow, the magenta line, or the magenta axes, first thing it does is get in line with the line. Second time you tap it is 90 degrees to the line. That 90 degrees is relative to your camera. So I did it once looking this way, which gave me this one, and I did again perpendicular, snap this way, and what that gave me was enough information to get a surface perpendicular to the line. Now I can come in here and put a circle, inference here, lock it, and make it, how big is the clay on his forehead? That big-ish. All right, so now I can come in here, gotta kind of be selective here, because I think there's some weird little pieces. No, not too bad.
You accidentally subtracted that one little segment.
All right. I'm gonna grab that. Follow me with this circle. No, I missed something.
Grab something on the backside.
That's possible. There's a little teeny tiny line right here. I think I may have. No, I did get that. There. Oh, there it is. That's what I missed last time. So I'm doing a group select that just overlaps the last line I had selected. And then, yeah, just to be sure. Whoa, oh, I draped through. I over-draped.
No.
Do a minus select to get rid of that.
Marconi, hello. Happy Friday, guys. Robert having to switch his phone into airplane mode. Yeah, catch it later on YouTube, man. Thanks for watching up to this point and have a great flight.
Oh, man.
Leo says...
What I really should do is delete that.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. No, what's Leo up to?
I got to chat up to the chat. He says, evening, everybody. So evening to you as
Ooh.
well.
There we go.
Nice.
I'll go over on this side real quick and delete this because I didn't even think about that. I got two surfaces. I told us just drape it all over the place. All right, we grab all this. I am going to soften it. I'm going to select it all, reverse faces, and there's our brow.
Nice.
All right, I'm going to try to do all of that, but maybe talk a lot less this time. Nothing personal, guys.
No, you're good. For the mouth, is that
Yeah, I'm gonna do the mouth exact same way. I'm gonna try a tool I never use, which is the freehand tool. I'm gonna just see what happens. My tongue almost came out of my mouth because I was concentrating there. All right, so that's gonna be his mouth. All right, go up here.
Good to me. Leo, yes, this is a character from Toy Story 4. New character, Forky. And he looks like a happy fellow indeed, if I do say so.
You know, it's kind of funny dang, just try. I almost did. I almost talked while doing things. It's funny that one of the things that's really difficult to model is, you know, randomness, organicness, you know, straight lines, that kind of thing. Super easy, but when it gets into getting like crazy, weird shapes like this, like this model is of, it looks like a coil of like Play-Doh or something. It's not so quick and easy to model. Takes a little extra time. And I got a hole in my spork. All right, we're good. Now I'm gonna come in here and find an almost vertical line. And I'm just going to draw a circle. I gotta go a little bigger. There we go. And I'm going to follow me with that. Oh, come on, man. There we go. Oh, sporky. Forky. Dang. All right. So a couple breaks, but I'm not gonna. You guys have seen me stitch. I'm not gonna stitch. All right. Reverse faces. I am going to grab this. And I'm going to, and this, and intersect faces with selection. That should give me some edge lines right there. Awesome.
Nice.
All right, he's coming together, he's coming alive.
I am alive.
What am I? I heard that was a line, a clip I heard.
Oh, nice, from the trailer or something.
Yeah. Sweet. Sweet spork. All right. I'm going to do 2 more things. I got to get a blob of clay down here, or chewing gum. Somebody said gum. I'm going to make my gum blob. Oh, man, I'm in like 10 minutes. All right. Make an 8-sided polygon.
Yeah, in case you tuned in right after the beginning, Aaron is trying to do 3 different characters, each for like an hour, spending an hour on each one. So we've got about 12 minutes until that first hour's up. So.
Oh, 12. Why am I stressing? I thought I only had 10.
Yeah, I know. Well, you could have had 2 bonus minutes
Oh,
to do
that's
some
true.
finishing touches.
I'm looking at this all wrong.
Yeah, so the pressure's on now. This spoon is the best character I've never seen. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah,
I
need
also
to-
haven't ever seen it.
Yeah, I need to check out the film. It's a great one. The Toy Stories, they always seem to be good, you know?
I haven't really been let down yet.
Yeah. Although they do, I feel like it's a long time in between movies. The
Well-
first one was like 95 or something, and then it was like, I guess 99 is not that long. And then it was like, I don't know when Toy Story 3 came out, but I think it was a long time after that.
It was, yeah. There's definitely I kind of, for whatever reason, I'm thinking that there was never originally an intention to have a sequel, but then, I remember when the first one came out, the whole idea was kind of new. I mean, it wasn't like,
Yeah, it seemed like almost like a proof of concept.
yeah, seriously,
Just to do, it was the first fully computer animated film, right?
right.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, whether or not they wanted or thought about doing a sequel when they made the first one, it's just such like a well-developed world, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That gave the ability to do the other, because like characters had the backstories, but it wasn't really like explained and stuff, you know?
right.
It just makes for a cool story of like kind of, you know, knowing that there's more beyond the edges of the movie itself. So that's what I think about Toy Story 1.
I think it's like it was one of those things that, you know, it was so easy to enjoy it. It didn't matter really how old you were or you know, anything like that. It was just a fun, and everybody had toys. I think that was one of the coolest things, is going like, you know, had some toys in there that, hey, I had that,
Yeah,
you know.
you can remember
Remember playing with toys, imagining. You know, there was a Jim Henson. I can't remember if it was like a Christmas special or something like that, wherein toys came to life. It was the same idea,
Okay.
but they were puppets. And I remember seeing it, like, this is like maybe in the 80s or something like that.
Okay.
But it was like almost the exact same concept.
Yeah.
But there was a downside, and that was if a toy was seen by the people out of place from where they last saw it,
Okay.
it would freeze and it would never come back to life.
Oh, really? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
so it's kind of a little morbid.
That is scary. Yeah.
But yeah, you guys, does anybody else remember that? Does anybody else remember? I think it may have even been called something like Toy Story.
Oh, really?
But it was a Christmas thing, because I think one of the main characters got frozen because he was somewhere he wasn't supposed to be, and I think Santa came and brought him back
Oh, that's
from
nice to see.
from the toy.
Nutcracker is kind of like that too, but that's like a dream more than like real life, right?
Yeah, comparable.
Dave Richards, hey, thanks for coming in, tuning in.
All right, that's looking acceptable. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing here. I got my chewing gum good enough. I'm going to explode it. I'm going to soften it, and then I'm going to make it into a new component, gum, and replace my original. All right.
Nice.
All right, last bit. I don't know how I'm going to do this part. Just being honest with you guys. All right, so I'm going to come like that. Am I staying in plane? Yeah, more or less. Nailed it first try. Boom. Hey, I stayed in plane. That was what I was really aiming for.
Yeah. That's
All right. All right. Now
it looks organic and like natural to me. I don't know what you're talking about.
all right. Thanks, buddy.
Hard to model organic.
Nailed it. All right. That's going to get changed. Yeah, pretty sure Pixar is going to drop their high-end custom software and just start doing stuff like this. All right, that works. Oop. I'm going to try to swing out this way. And then these guys right here. I'm going to grab all of this. Bring it more over like this.
All right, we got Declan with the comment here. It's called The Christmas Toy, Jim Henson, 1986.
That was it.
Yeah.
1986. Whoa, that was a while ago. That was a while back.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna slide it over this way. And I'm gonna get All right, I know I went wide there. That was intentional. I just needed to trace around him in 3D. I know there's easier ways to do this, but I'm not sure what those are. You know, it's kind of funny. Like, I don't know if you guys ever do anything stupid like this and model under a time constraint in front of people. But when you do, you find out what your core strengths are because you default to them.
What you're like comfortable with.
Right. Yeah. Because I could have created a work plane there, but my natural response was to draw using inference lines and then draw them big and then use move to push them back where they were. Just kind of.
What are you thinking for the actual like pipe cleaner fuzzy part of it? I was thinking like a scatter would be cool if you could use that.
You know, I was
That's not
actually.
enough time really for that,
This was one of the things I was thinking about. I'll be honest. I did think about this ever so slightly. And I was actually thinking about trying to use a material for it originally.
yeah.
Ah, dang it. But I kind of gave up on that thought.
Is there a extension for like kind of following me, like a follow me of like a PNG or something like that? You know, like kind of placing
Right.
the PNG throughout the path or something.
Yeah, you could actually do that with. You could do that with just PNGs. You could actually take a PNG facing the wrong way, kinda, and.
But you'd have to manually. You see what I'm saying? Have
Yeah.
like one little.
No, I get
Sprite
exactly what you're
and-
talking about.
Okay.
Yes, you'd have a cutout basically with a bunch of wires popping out, and then just have it transparent in the back and just run it down. That would be exactly my thought.
Ooh, copy along path is Ian's suggestion.
That would work
Yeah.
for sure.
But
This is going to be solid red, just so nobody's expectations are dashed.
Yeah, you do have about 3 minutes left before your time limit's up, so.
Oh boy. Oh, things may have just got out of hand. All right, we're gonna call it right there. All right, get me I'm gonna put a little bit of variance in this. I'm gonna put this forward, something like that. Oops, too much. Too much. All right, that's gonna do. That'll do. Try to get my reference plane again. There we go. Nope, that was not it.
Oh no. 1 minute.
All right, here's another trick I know is using rotate. I can actually drag up this axis. Option copy that. Put a line between the two. That'll give me that. Oops. Reference here. Shift to lock.
Isn't that like that's just on the same plane as the line?
Circle.
Oh no.
Close, but no. All right, triple click.
Looking at it on a weird angle.
I'm gonna save because I don't know what's about to happen. Well, so basically exactly what I was looking for. What the heck happened there?
What?
All right, try that again. Triple click. That looks nice. I'm gonna here. Let's try this. Let's weld this thing. That's new. That's a new one on me. All right, so I'm gonna try grabbing a chunk and welding it. That worked. Extension weld. I don't know what's going on. That was weird. All right, hold on. I'm going over. I'm all right with that. Just 1 second. I'm almost there. All right, there's something in this. Oh, I broke the whole thing. Come on, man. That's not cool. That's not cool.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
Exactly how I feel. All right, so I'm gonna just do push-pull along here, and then figure out what's going on here. I guess maybe this thing. Oh, ah ha ha ha. Got a little extra geometry there. All right.
You're a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
Ah, who's happy Matt's back? All right. Well, he's not 100%, but he's a 1 hour toy.
Yeah, it looks like you did it.
We did it! We did it! Yes!
Hey, looking good. Yeah, good. That's definitely good for 1 hour. Well, 1 hour and 2 minutes, we'll call it.
God, gotta call me out. Gotta call me out.
But yeah, no.
All right. That's a forky. All right.
Yeah, sorry if those clips were a little loud. I tried to level them out, but yeah.
Like just kind of. That's how I feel. That's how I feel here. So, welcome. All right. All right.
Will you upload these to the 3D warehouse afterwards?
I will. And actually, I think, no, I did put the bathroom up from before the 4th, so that should be up there too. But yeah, I will put these up also.
And then is that kombucha that you're drinking?
It is. It is Synergy Trilogy.
Oh.
So that's what I got going on for me. Whew. All right. These next two are actually gonna be pretty similar, so I'll practice on one and then fine tune on the other one. I think that's how this is gonna go. I'm gonna start with Woody because I like Buzz better. I'll come back to Buzz when I have, I'll learn with Woody. All right. There's my face. So my process is gonna be similar. I'm gonna take a shape, I'm gonna bring it up in increments, and any place that I see a need to change geometry, severe changes in geometry, I'll do a new layer of push-pull. Generally speaking, when I do this, I usually start with octagons. The reason I use octagons, so 8-sided shapes, I'm just gonna draw one out real quick right here. The reason I usually use octagons is I found that an octagonal tube like this, if I make that a group real quick, when you subdivide that, let me do this. When I subdivide this, it comes pretty close to a full cone. 6 still doesn't quite get there. 4 is real, doesn't look like a good circle. But 8 at a low, so this is at the lowest possible subdivision level, is pretty close to a good circle. As I increase, it gets closer and closer to like a perfectly round circle. You could go bigger than that. You could do like 12 sides or more than that. That ends up being too much. I think that ends up causing too much geometry. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab by the center and I'm going to rotate it like that. I'm going to start with Woody's head being symmetrical. So I'm going to delete half of this. I'm going to grab this, make it a component. I'm going to call it half a head or hal a head. Alpha head. There we go. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take this, copy it over here, scale and inverts -1, and now I'm going to work in just this group, and the other half's going to follow me. There are some asymmetries, obviously, in Woody's head. His hair is not symmetrical, his eyebrows aren't symmetrical, but I'm going to use this just to get started and put the initial shape in. Then at some point, I'll just merge the two back together. All right, so I'm going to start. Actually not going to directly copy this off the image so much, and I'm going to just kind of figure out using sub D push pull. So I'm going to start at the chin. The chin's going to come up and get wider. Then it looks like it kind of runs up pretty straight there. And then it kind of comes out for his cheeks. Comes back into his eyeballs, goes up, here's where his eyes will sit, and then I'm going to go ahead and do one more on top of that. So at this point, broad strokes. This is very big geometry. We're looking at very coarse geometry. It's real easy to go into a control mesh and add loops and add geometry and break it down into smaller. It's not as easy to go in and take it out. It's a lot of work to go in and grab geometry that's been broken apart. You got to get it flat on a plane and then put it back together, erase hidden geometry. It's not quick, not easy, not fun. The other thing I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to hide similar components because I want to get rid of all of this and this surface. One of the things that happens when you subdivide is if you have an open surface, it stays where it is. So if I hit subdivide right now, these pieces here kind of stay flat. They don't tuck in. If I'd left that surface in the middle, it would have actually pulled it in. It would have had a big crease similar to what I have here all the way down the front. All right.
Yeah, so Sub D. Somebody asked what plugin you were using. It is Sub D.
Yeah, I'm using Sub D for subdividing. All right. Now I'm going to start into it. I'm going to component edit, get rid of hide cylinder model. All right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to start with two things. I'm going to shape his head looking straight on, and then I'll flip to the side and do another shaping from that side, and just kind of go back and forth. So right away, first thing, I'm going to kind of pull his chin in. Kind of comes up like that. Actually, this whole thing kind of come in like that. This is his cheeks. This is going to come out just slightly. And then his head kind of tapers back in. He does have kind of like a big tube of a head.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
Yes, I
That's
am.
what he's saying that, not but. Or but, yeah, what he's saying that, not but. So. A big tube head.
You got a tube head. He's got kind of a tube of a head. All right, take that. That looks pretty good. Now I'll flip to this side, and if you look at the this image from the side, you can see his profile real well. I didn't go quite as far as I should have with my research images, apparently. I can ballpark it. I know exactly what this kind of looks like, maybe. Up here, pull this in. I'm not going to do his neck or anything. I don't know. It's just going to kind of come down to a point right here. I want to get his chin in, but that's probably about it. Something like that. All right, looks pretty good. I'm gonna take this whole, see this run right here, points, all those points. I'll just pull them back a little bit just to kind of get a better head shape. All right, so let's subdivide that and see how it looks. Oops. For some reason, this is two separate. Is that better? That's better. So set line segments do matter, if you caught that, but all right, that's not too bad. We gotta get a little more of a chin on him though. He does have kind of a pointy chin there. So I will grab this surface right here, use Vertex Tools to drop it down just a touch. We'll take it back up in the back. Let's see what that looks like. I need even more.
That's pronounced.
More chin.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I don't really think of Tom Hanks as having like
A particularly
a super chinny chin. Oh, that's better. I'm not in the group. Time's getting to me, man.
Yeah.
No more time challenges. I can't handle the pressure.
It's all the pressure.
All right. That looks pretty good to start. Cool. I might have to unsquare off that head from this profile a little bit, though. A little too square. So we'll grab. Back this way. this up this way. Or head shaped. All right, cool. All right. Now, let's. There's definitely a nose on this face, so we're gonna hit that up. All right. So if I look at this, these are my cheeks right here. The nose kind of comes out of this section right here. So there's a couple ways you can do this. Obviously, there's a couple ways you can do all these things that we're doing. I'm gonna take this. I want to see if. All right, so this happens to still be square, which is really cool, because what I can do is I can come in here, I can manually start adding geometry. So I'm gonna come in here like this. And what's that? Ooh, dang, that one has a break. So I'll do. Nah, I still want to do it. So I'm gonna delete this surface. I'm gonna go up like this. If you ever want to manually create a quad, but the subdivision engine in sub D recognizes breaks by their information, specifically cast shadow. If you turn cast shadow off on a line, then the subdivision won't recognize it as a line, but as a quad. I'm trying soft and smooth as well, because that's, for my eye, that's what I'm looking for. All right, so this won't work. I'll have to go like this. All right, and now everything's quadded, so I can just do a quick check. Looks good. Now, how do I get this out? There's probably better ways to do this than what I'm about to do. That was foreboding, huh?
No,
Yeah, that's right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually come out here and kind of draw a profile of Woody's nose. It's actually a little more upturned than that, so like that. And then get rid of these lines, because then I can actually give myself a little bit of a point there.
And as you're doing this, I'm assuming you're consciously only making geometry that has 4 sides, right?
Right. So I'm drawing this in. Like I said, this is not the way to do it by any means. This is kind of me.
Running out of time.
Yeah,
to do it.
Man, this is a stupid plan. Same thing here. I gotta get rid of this geometry on the inside, though. I mean, it's not. I shouldn't say it's a stupid way to do it. It's not the ideal way to do it. But what I got there now is quadded geometry, so I can hit subdivide, and I don't get any weird. Well, a little bit weird because I think I still have a surface in here. Just delete everything. Works fine. All right, there we go. All right, and I'm going to orient faces to get that face in the right way. All right, and we're good. All right, so now what I can do is I can use Vertex Tools to grab some of these points. Like that. Bring this guy out here. It definitely has a pointy nose. This actually.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
No, I'm just observing.
These are facts, sir.
You has a pointy nose. All right, let's see what that looks like. All right, not bad. Once we crease that, that's gonna look all right. But speaking of creasing, I want this, you can see it almost goes to flat. So I am going to want to take this up. And now maybe, only want to really crease these 2 lines, I think. I'm gonna go 100% just for fun, see what it looks like. Not bad. All right, it definitely needs to kind of swoop like that and then go. He definitely has a bridge running between his eyes, but it doesn't run up quite that high. So I'm going to fix that. Grab this right here. Vertex Tools to pull that back just about flat to the face, I think. What do you guys think? Anybody seen Woody in here yet? Little Woody?
I mean, the picture in the background kind of looks like him, but
I'll take it.
no, I think you're getting there. This is just initial carving, certainly.
That's right. So I'm going to grab this and I'm going to pull it down a little bit. Yeah, I'm not unhappy with the way that's looking. All right, let's figure out what we're going to do about a mouth. So when it comes time to do something like this here mouth, what I generally will do, so where I'm at here, all right, so what I might do in this case is I'm going to build a little bit of a cage for this mouth.
It sounds like Hannibal Lecter or something like that.
It's going to look a little bit like Hannibal Lecter too, so because I'm going to do something like that. I'm going to do something like, whoops, something like this, something like this, and then I'm going to put another, manually, I'm going to draw another loop inside there. Something like that. Sweet. All right, and then I'm gonna come in real quick. Move this up. So some people who are more comfortable with subdivision than myself can use the QuadFace tools in such a way to do things like add loops and that sort of thing to it. I honestly just I haven't used it a whole lot yet, so that's my excuse. But yeah, like I said, I got a clock thing going on, so I'm definitely totally rushing. I'm gonna take Vertex Tools, grab those points, and just shove them back and tuck them inside his head. All right, so that gave me, right there, what that gave me was an inside of his mouth, and it gave me some lips. This may end up being, I may have to go in and actually put another loop inside here, but it's gonna be easy enough now that I have this geometry. I'm gonna take these 2 points, I think that's 2, I got 3 vertices, so I got an extra one. And I'm gonna bring it over like this. Same thing, I'm going to grab this point and this point, bring it over like this a little bit. Bring this point out just a touch. Same thing here, bring it out to the surface. All right, and these 2 points right here, I'm going to bring up. I'm going to soften that smile out a little bit. And again, I know it's not quite a symmetric smile, but I'll have to afterwards. I grab this plane right here and slide it over. It should give me that little bit of a smirky cock to the mouth thing. Oh, subdivide.
Yeah, he's got a weird looking mouth.
It's coming along. It's coming along. I can crease this actually. So to keep this, like, I don't know what mouth parts are called. This thing here pulled back. I can crease that, so.
Okay.
Up a little bit. It's getting there. All right, I'm gonna take these two. And I'm gonna use Vertex Tools to bring them down. Vertex Tools bring these up. Looks like a wooden puppet, like a ventriloquist dummy. All right. Let's see. Get rid of those lines. All right. All right. He may end up looking like Woody from Toy Story 1, which is a little more plasticky, a little more cartoony, a little less expressive.
Yeah, I mean more. You know, we're going for the original here. We're not
That's right.
Trying to do any derivations. It's the OG.
That's exactly, and totally intentionally.
Taking it back to the old days, to the good old days.
All right, so one of the other things I can do is I can actually come in here and basically put a crease all the way around this section. So if I grab one of these edges and hit this button right here, which is select ring, that selects all the lines that go perpendicular to those quads. And then I can hit that command to go in and put that in. What that lets me do is this is where I can actually now I can get some lips on Woody's face. They come out a little bit more now.
Got a couple people saying, "Don't forget to save."
Haven't saved a thing yet. Oh, buddy. Woo.
Boy, howdy.
Probably would have just moved right on till Buzz had something bad happen. Just being honest with you guys.
Yeah.
Whew. All right. It's warm in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody said I was looking a little like I needed a coffee, and I think that might have something to do with the heat.
We're in a very warm room, and it is a very warm time of year for us.
And I'm also just tired in general. So
Matt's been traveling. It's a combination of things. Yeah. All right. So without getting too jokery looking, I want to try to pull this back, pull this one forward. Let me bring this back just a little bit. All right, how's it looking, Woody? It's looking all right. Let's.
yeah, at least our Woody character head doesn't look. It looks good once you soften it.
Yeah, we get rid of, bring it up a little bit more.
He doesn't look as tired as I do. Certainly,
That's
he looks
true.
Like he
Yeah.
kind of looks like he never sleeps.
Does Woody blink? That's actually.
I think he does blink.
All right, so what I'm going to do I'm going to call that good on the mouth because I am being conscious of time this time around. I am going to go to the lowest level of subdivision. You can work in higher levels of subdivision. The more subdivision you do, the longer it takes each time you add every time you add a subdivision level, it multiplies the amount of geometry you have in your piece you're working on by 4. So where this might be 1,000, I hit up 1, 4,000, up 1 again, 16,000, and so on. So I tend to work in the lowest level, subdivision level I can, and then just increase it only to just see how it's going to look. Then usually my final model, I'll bump it up as high as I can. And sometimes I even at that point, come on. Oh. I'm on a timer here. You guys see the conditions I'm working under? There's proof. Send help.
We're gonna attack.
I just got shot a lot.
Oh, jeez.
It's not stopping. This needs to come off my time. I get, that was at least 17 minutes of attack that I get added to that last one.
My Nerf gun isn't working.
Thanks for coming by, guys. It's good to see y'all.
Happy Friday.
You guys, this is Matt's last time here. You should have shot him. Where was I? Okay.
Moving on.
All right, so yes, if you didn't catch that, I just got shot by all my coworkers with various Nerf devices.
Yeah, the ambush was on.
Did you know about that again, Matt?
Yeah, I was privy.
Man,
I tried to keep it under wraps for a while.
you did. You done good, technically. All right, I'm gonna try to, because I'm a professional.
It's a professional workplace.
I'm gonna try to carry on here, despite my hurts. I'm gonna grab right here. I'm gonna insert some geometry because I need a little more. Ooh, it didn't quite. All right.
Somebody said we should call the police. There was an attack.
Seriously. All right. I gotta get his cheek out here a little bit. There we go. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna try to put a little bit of a pocket here, and throw his eyes in as a separate geometry. Doing a perfectly connected sphere to other geometry is really difficult to do. I've messed with it a lot. I've done eyes on things that were like, more almond shaped, like on the mouse. If you guys have seen that, and it ended up being kind of like a diamond shape that I could kind of move geometry around. But his eyes are pretty obviously balls. They're round. They're spheres back here. So I'm going to try to just kind of make this space where they go. I'm going to probably take this point right here and pull it back in significantly. This might get a little creepy for a second or two. Just ride it out.
That's all right.
That's not bad.
That's sunken eyes.
That's not bad at all.
No.
All right. Disregard my warning. And I'm not going to do a subdivided shape for the eye. I'm just going to make a sphere. So I'm just going to throw a circle here, throw a circle here, grab this, follow me, click here. If you guys can't make spheres in like 6 seconds, it's a great thing to just practice. You just have a little doodle time in SketchUp. Just go ahead and just do that, because it is definitely something you should be able to do fairly quickly. All right, I'm gonna actually make that a component. And then I'm going to use move and use these handles right here. You guys use these handles a lot?
I was going to mention that you tend to use them a lot.
I have a couple workflows where I have really found.
I'm a good guy.
Oh man. Hey guys. We're gonna have to fine tune this. But I found, especially working with components, so I got a side project you guys probably seen I put up on the forum of the Lego Millennium Falcon, and it's got a lot of, I'm just modeling each of the pieces of the Lego kit and putting it together according to instructions. But it means a lot of the pieces have to get grabbed and rotated. And using these handles on components is awesome. So I mean, just compared to like having to go in and grab a point to rotate from and spinning it, when you can just grab this and just, it's so nice. So very, very nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody did mention earlier, I didn't get a chance to read it, but said that they were
That's better. That's far less creepy. Oh man. All right. Sorry, you were saying that?
They just checked out the... All right, here's your Woody.
And
with
done.
Time to spare.
Give it to your daughter. It's like, no, I changed my mind. I'm modeling Jigsaw, and I'm finished. Whew.
Oh my god.
That's something.
That is Dr. Doom or something like that. Nightmares.
All right.
Forever, I think.
Yeah, pretty solid.
Yeah.
All right, let's subdivide, see if it gets any better. Nope, not well, slightly better, not better. Okay.
Somebody said, anyways, somebody said they checked out the Millennium Falcon SketchUp thing and said it was the coolest thing they'd ever seen in SketchUp.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Why, thank you.
Thanks for that.
That's cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's it's definitely fun.
Some people said it looked like the Terminator. You needed Woody's eyeball there.
All right, so I'm gonna
T100.
grab these lines. I'm gonna come here. That didn't quite work. Am I off axis? Let's see if we can do this. Grab this option. X23. All right, there we go. And that break it. All right. So now, because he does have, oh my gosh. So he does have black irises. Oh, I guess I could actually, on this particular one, I could turn my hidden off and do that all at once. And then a nice warm brown color. Maybe this will look slightly less demonic. It helps. It helps. Good, not great. All right. It's okay. We're not done yet. We're all right. Right. All right. So, if you look here, one of the things you'll see is that I don't think we're too far off. I think the bridge of Woody's nose needs to come together a little bit, maybe back a little bit here at the front. So I'm gonna actually pinch this and pull it back. And the sides of his face are actually have to come forward a little bit. If you look how this piece right here hits this eye, it's probably about level with like this part of his nose. It comes forward significantly. And if you've seen Woody from the side, he does kind of have a flat face.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
There you go. Oh man, cute it up on that one too. Oh. I understand you got PTSD for being shot at. Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna pull this. So I'm gonna pull this back a little bit. I'm going to take this point and pull it in a little bit. Whoops. This point 2, pull that in a little bit. All right, that's already better. And now take this point, pull it this way. Pull this guy up here. He's looking a little cross-eyed. Oh, you know, these eyes are huge. that could just be most of my issue here could be the fact that these are like the size of his head. All right, let's shrink these down just ever so slightly. We'll just get rid of this one altogether. Well, that's already better. You are a toy. All right, and that because I did that though, I can get away with maybe I can do all of this in black. Actually, hit, and then maybe. I realize I can do this once on a surface, grab it, and do a radial array, but I think it takes about the same time. Something ain't right. This forehead's got to come out a little more. This bridge right here has to go back. Yeah, he's got this weird spike in his head right now. All right, easy fixes, easy fixes. I'll be honest with you, this is like, I find this soothing. This is like sculpture.
Yeah.
Actually, take that back all the way flat to the head. And then maybe bring this brow out just a little bit more. Bring this forward a little bit. I gotta remember my own advice. I gotta overcompensate here. I gotta go a little exaggerate. It's looking better. I gotta hop back and do a little work on this mouth though. Now that I got the eyes in, it's really calling attention to the parts that aren't perfect. So I'm gonna bring that in, bring this in. Ooh, nope, didn't grab anything from behind. From the back. All right, so that looks cool. This is a spot that I have battled with in models in the past, is that creases in the mouth. So I did crease this one piece right here. I just want to show you kind of the stuff I've messed with. So if I crease this one, look what happens. It ends up pulling up, and that I can actually crease it backwards through the intersecting geometry. That's not ideal.
No.
Something else I can try to crease is these two lines right here. If I grab both of them and start increasing, I can pull it up a little bit more. So what I usually end up doing now is kind of just going back and forth with this, seeing where do I get it to so it doesn't overlap itself. I can get a nice, comfortable looking line. Again, not looking for the Joker here, but just something that looks, let's see, look at that. When I did that, generally speaking, creasing is one of the last things that I'll do on a model. I'll try to get the rest of my geometry where I want it for just this kind of reason, because I want to crease the final geometry and not before. That looks pretty good. That's a nice, sharp looking cowboy.
Yeah.
All right, just a little bit more cleanup here, and then we're at what, 25 minutes left?
Yeah, that's right. Or 20. We can give you 25 if you want.
Yeah, I'm taking a penalty. I got shot in the face.
Yeah.
I deserve a couple minutes.
Sulnim over on YouTube. Surprised more people aren't watching this. It's just, they say this is relaxing, amusing, and educational.
Hey, that hits all the boxes we were aiming for.
Yeah. 10 p.m. over here in the Netherlands, and I have a nice glass of wine.
Seems to be a recurring thing. I go down easier with a little alcohol.
Yeah, no, definitely. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you.
Especially hanging out at night. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, a little bit more eye, or a little more lip there. And the other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the solution to that. It has something, I can't remember, I don't know if TomTom's on or not, but that error message has something to do with a library or something that is loaded, and the solution to stop that thing from coming up is to just close it and reopen it. So after Woody, I will do that. All right, let's subdivide that. All right, I'm feeling pretty good. But yeah, you guys, feel free to spread the word. Tell people how awesome it is here, and we'd love to have more people hanging out with us anytime. Don't keep it secret. It's not an elite club. Don't be those guys. Yeah, so I gotta do some uncreasing again. I think this is the problem. There we go. Wow. You are really something, Woody. What did I just do? I just did something to increase my the fidelity of my quads, and I don't know what it was. All I started hitting buttons. All right, a couple things I want to do real quick. Here's one thing. I want to throw an eyelid on here. So I'm wondering, that's not going to work. I'm going to grab my eye geometry, slide it right over here like this. I'm going to cut it in half. Save that, and because I'm going to use an extension that a lot of times I manage to blow up. This is the real realness, guys. So I'm going to go to Tools, Fredo Collection, and I'm going to use Joint Push-Pull to grab this and pull it out like that. Oops, nope, I want to actually full geometry, not just a face. There we go. Undo, undo, undo till I get my eyes back. Now I'm going to take this oh no, I can redo a couple times. All right. I made a mistake there when I selected. I grabbed the original eyeball and deleted it. I just want to delete this part. I want to keep that part over there where it is. All right, now I'm going to take that, Tools, Fredo 6, Joint Push-Pull. I'm going to pull it out because I want it to go bigger than the original eyeball. There we go. And I'm going to take that, I'm going to make it a group because I want to isolate that geometry. And now I'm also going to hide everything outside here, and I'm going to grab it right here. I'm going to slide it back to there, and I'm going to rotate it from here to about there.
Ooh.
Maybe a little bit more. All right, we're getting there.
Now we're talking.
Looks woody-ish.
Yeah.
All right, at this point, oh, I'm gonna throw ears on real quick. Here's the big question now with ears. Do I try to, you know what? I'm gonna rotate this whole eyeball slightly. A little more upright eyes. All right, so the question with ears always is, do I model it as a separate thing and just slap it on there, or do I try to actually pull it out of the mesh? I don't have an answer for you, so let's look. I'll look at my hidden. Okay, so this is all, this hasn't been broken into quads. There's no hidden geometry right here. So based on that, I'll probably just try to work off of this existing mesh. One of the things I'm gonna do is, look at this awkward inny shape. See how that cuts in like that instead of out? There's actually a tool on the QuadFace toolbar. Oops, I gotta get in context. That will let me flip that the other way, so the geometry makes more sense. Same thing here. That one might actually go that way better. That might give me a better eye socket when I subdivide there. The rest of it looks good. I like the rest of it. Let's see, let's subdivide it. Yeah, looks nice. Ooh, looks like he's got like a mask on. Anyhow, all right, so what I'm gonna do is, if I look at his eyes, they go from about the middle of his eyes and put in some geometry that I can just push, pull out, and make into ears. So I'm gonna do it with, I do this a lot of times with just offset. So I'm going to offset this. Offset the same amount on each one. I can actually come and connect that together like that. I think I missed that corner. And we'll do the same thing up here. Quad it up.
Quad it up.
Don't got that on your soundboard, do ya?
I don't
All
know.
right.
We haven't seen Toy Story 4. Maybe it's in there.
That's true.
somewhere.
I'm pretty sure it's Forky, dang! I give up. All right, and I'm gonna move that this direction. All right. Now, let's save. If I push-pull these surfaces, they're gonna go all different directions. So that's not gonna make for a good ear.
Nope.
But one of the nice things is most of Fredo's tools, I'm gonna use joint push-pull again. Most of Fredo's tools honor quad geometry and don't break it. So I can do something like that real quick, real easy, using joint push-pull. I think there was a checkbox in the UI that I could have checked to make it break these pieces too. All right, so let's subdivide, see what that looks like. That ear's just about done. All right, so I know we're running low on time, so I'm gonna just kind
Yeah.
type A or not A. You know, I gotta say, I know we got a picture of Woody right up on my screen somewhere, but I haven't really paid that much attention.
Yeah, no. I wonder if he gets his ear pierced in later. In Toy Story 4.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Take him to Claire's, sit him down.
All right. Due to the time limit, I'm not going to put that much detail in the ears. I'm just not going to do it.
It's fair.
Yep. All right. How's that? All right. I'm going to put some asymmetry in here. So I'm going to grab these two pieces, and I am going to, all the way unsubdivided, explode. Then I'm going to select them and make them into a new group. And then I can subdivide. And a couple things happened. The biggest one is we didn't have, I don't know if you guys remember the points we were seeing, like down at the chin it pointed out, at the lips it pointed out. That stuff goes away because now it's all one mesh. In a lot of cases at this point, I may actually, depending on how much I've deformed it, I deformed it pretty good. But a lot of cases I can actually come through and delete that center line too. Because like you can see up here, it's just one piece now. But because I ended up pulling out like the tips of the lip, the chin, those spots, I'd have to come back and resolve my quads in order to pull it out. So I'm just gonna leave it as it is. All right, so if we subdivide, I wanna go add this kind of uneven smirk kind of to his face. So I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna grab this geometry right here and I'm gonna move it up a little higher. Same thing down here. Move that up, and actually that's gonna pull this up a little bit more too. Let's see what that looks like. I'm gonna actually grab some of this geometry right here. And drop it down just a teeny bit. There we go at that point. Man, something's not right on those eyes still. Something's a little creepy. So one of the big things I'm noticing too is these dimples. Is definitely defining, big piece of defining Woody's face, as well as some. What is it? What's missing? What's wrong? Oh, you know what I think it is? I think it's a freak.
Did you see what was that?
Here, let's-
A Netflix movie based on a Stephen King book? The what's it called? I can't remember. But there's a guy at the end who looks like this. He has some kind of disease or something.
I like that.
Yeah.
Who's got me? Who knows what I did wrong here?
Have you seen that
Teeth are
meme that's
missing.
like?
Yeah, I know. I'll see. Maybe teeth will help.
Have you seen that meme that's like, "Mom, can we get a Woody?" And then Mom's like, "We got a Woody at home." And then Woody at home, and then they show this face. It'll work.
I don't like that Woody. That does help. You're right.
Christopher Ryan, late. Looks like I'll be watching the first hour and a half later.
Sorry, we held out as long as we could, Christopher. But we had to get started. Sorry, dude.
And he says, "Hi, good to see you, Matt and Aaron." So yeah, good to see you too. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah.
All right.
What is the dang name of that movie? I really wanted to pull it up because I think it looks just like the guy.
Was anybody able to find, is Tools on Surface on Extension Warehouse, or do I have to run over to
Sketchucation.
Sketchucation? Is that where it was? I gotta get eyes on. All right, I'm just gonna take one last look. I could drape again, but all right. I'm gonna do this.
I found the screenshot of this guy.
Oh dear. What is that? Why is that happening to me? What is going on here? What is that?
Oh, what is that? Oh, it's from a Netflix show or a movie based on a Stephen King book. But yeah,
I guess I missed that one.
Anyways, Gerald's Game. Yeah, that's the name of the movie. So that's what I thought it looked
All
like.
right,
to me.
so. All right, so I got. Grab
I
these
don't know if
lines.
this version of Woody does have a friend in me, because I don't know if I'd want to be this guy's friend. No offense, but
Yeah, you're ugly, Woody. Well, let's tell him. cut that, come in context and paste it in here.
Was that Carol Straken? I didn't know the gentleman's name until I looked it up, and yes, matter of fact, it was Lurch.
Ah.
Sean Corey Adams over on Facebook points out. So, yeah, they're very same.
What is going on here? All right, it's in here. Why can't?
No, alternate
Okay, that's
reality
right.
are we living in here?
I can't select these lines. Well, there's his eyebrows. that's what we got. They're all so close together too. Look at that. All right, I gotta undo a lot of things. All right. I gotta look at this. As I look at this, I gotta look at the parallel projection camera. Oh, that didn't help anybody. Oops. All right. A little more, a little. It's okay, we'll be back in a minute, guys. I'll leave half of his face behind. All right, take that and drape it onto this mesh. I still can't. I can't select this geometry.
Yeah, it's weird.
I wonder if that has something to do with subdivision. Here, let me do this. I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna increase geometry here. I'm gonna commit to it.
Mm-hmm. May says, are you going to post a video after the live session? Yes, it will be posted on the YouTube channel. So check it out on there. They have to go. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for coming by.
Thus far, certainly. And, yeah, check it out on the channel later if you want to catch the rest of it. So, thanks.
All right, time's getting me. I stopped thinking about things. I arbitrarily rotated this head flat.
Oh, yeah.
So getting it back to where it was may not be that easy. And now he's got some sort of skin condition. All right. Oh, bad to worse, buddy. It's coming apart. All right, let's try. I want to try. I'm just bound and determined to get these stupid eyebrows on his head. I don't really care about anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Drop them.
Dave K did recommend you might want to check out a shape bender extension would let you taper the eyebrows. So
Yes, I am a fan of shape bender. My thought with this was to keep it simple. Ooh, that worked out. Oh, dang it. Hold on, I can't smooth that now. Because, well, here's what I was thinking. Was something like this. Is that big enough? That's not big enough. If I do something more like Just go 1.5 inches on both of these. Was taking this is gonna make it. This is definitely gonna be not as easy as it should be because I gotta select the segments manually because I have all this broken geometry behind me. I can't select. But I'm committed to this process now. Stupid eyebrows.
Yeah. We've got a sunken cost here.
Almost there, almost there, almost there. I think that's continuous. Woohoo! All right, so my thought was to take this and just take it ever so slightly into the head to give me that tapering shape. And then I'll
Thanks, mate. Declan says, poor Woody. I think he's okay.
He's really something. Well, I guess there's that old saying that you can have it fast or you can have it pretty, but you can't have it fast and pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely went for time on this one.
Yeah. No, this is more of an exercise in...
By setting a timer.
Yeah. In what can get done in a certain amount of time.
That's
yeah.
right. All right. Boom. Uh-oh. Might not be able to move this one. Might have fused. Oh yeah. Ooh. That's disturbing. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab all of it, Command X to cut it. I'm gonna leave context, edit, paste in place, and now I can actually come in here, grab it, use rotate to drop it just a little bit into the head. Command X again, back in context, paste in place again, and now I can reverse faces, color the whole thing with brown, triple click the main face, re-soften, get rid of those extra lines, and now this will be the challenge. It's getting this approximately where it was before. Not there. That's where it wasn't. All right, let's back it up.
Is that a reference line you can use? Or?
That was just something I drew off the tip of his nose, but I don't think. Well, actually, yeah, maybe. I kind of arbitrarily grabbed a point, but let's see. Not too bad.
Yeah.
I obviously have some geometry inside the ear. Whoops. That's causing this crease right there. I didn't clean that up very well, but we can hide it. Literally, just go in and soften those lines. All right, so in 1 hour, I got a bald Woody.
Mm-hmm.
Could be worse.
So for the well, I think we'll probably take a break, but or I don't know. Were you planning on taking a break or not?
I don't know.
Okay. Because do you still want to go forward with the buzz thing after seeing?
after what just happened.
No offense, but
Hey,
maybe you could do it like Buzz's body or something. Or
what do you guys think? What do you guys?
You guys have.
We can go anywhere you want. This is your thing, you know. So let me debrief real quick.
Yeah, go through your.
So there was a couple things I would have done differently if I didn't have that self-imposed timer running. I did explode this out into non-quad geometry probably like an hour before I should have. There's a lot of fine-tuning and creasing to go on here. He has extremely well-defined dimples here, and I didn't get that at all. That I think that shows kind of his face. He does have, this nose should come in a little bit more like that. You can see it really does kind of sticks out right here, and his bridge is fairly flat. So I probably should have pulled that back, would have been a little bit more defining. If we turn on shadows, it'll help. Whoa. did the opposite. I was trying to get a shadow inside his mouth a little bit. You know what? If we go late enough, nailed it. All right, that's some heavy cell shading, and it looks just like Woody. But yeah, I mean, I'm teasing. Overall, I'm not like totally. I've done worse. I've done a lot worse.
Yeah, no, I think it's good for an hour. You know.
Yeah.
This would probably take me 20 hours.
Give or take.
Yeah.
Where's my? There we go. And slightly look into the side. Not stop. I keep hitting Option every time I hit Move.
Mr. Potato Head was a suggestion.
That might be fun.
Um,
Yeah, he's hard to screw up. He's got a little blobby body thing.
mhm.
Yeah, because I actually, it's kind of funny because I don't know if they were made from the same original face mesh, but Woody and Buzz, actually their facial features are pretty similar.
Mhm.
They do look very similar.
So you're
Yeah.
saying you want to take another shot at it? Basically do the same thing over
It
again?
could have been interpreted that way, but it also could have been. Somebody saying model Buzz's. So I wonder if you could take this and distort this into Buzz by just dropping the chin down and making the forehead smaller. Sounds like that's something I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this right here. I'm gonna save. We're gonna come up here to Tools, and we're gonna go to Fredo Scale, and we're gonna use. I don't remember which one. Box tapering. I think that'll work. This is gonna get rough. So basically, this is exactly what Buzz looks like.
Take it from me, I know.
This is a lot of mesh I just threw it at Fredo Scale. So, yeah, we could do some potato head. That would be kind of fun.
The alien guys was another suggestion.
Ooh, that would be kind of fun. I wonder if we could do that with mostly native tools. Let's do it. Let's. Oh boy. Let's take a long pull off the kombucha.
Oh, so I forgot to do this for this model.
We did it! We did it! Yes!
We did it. We did it. So, definitely did that.
All right. You know, Slinky Dog The front and back parts of him really are straight up native SketchUp stuff. Maybe we could do Slinky Dog real quick. That might be that. We're going to do Slinky Dog in half an hour. Because obviously, self-imposed time limits are how I excel. And, all right. It's hot in here. I don't know, Matt, if you're picking up on this.
Yeah, no,
But it is straight up like hot.
Do you have them watered?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I want a break. There's magic happening right now. I can't step away. Except I am obviously going to have to kill this process. So everyone look away.
Oh, I wish I still had the picture of that guy.
Oh.
Covered up with that. But,
All right. Oh, no, it just happened.
Oh, nice.
And I force quit immediately before. So I was going to say, while that's coming up, I did want to give a shout out to Bradders82 on Reddit. He's on our SketchUp on the SketchUp Reddit, and he did this model of. I don't know if it's an official kit. I just think he just made it. Lego model of the Millennium Falcon, which you guys have seen our older live streams. The Millennium Falcon is one of my favorite spaceships ever, easily. And he went through and did this, and that I just thought that was super awesome. So that's where I got the idea to do the version that I'm doing, but I give full credit to Bradders82 and his awesome job he did of from scratch Lego Millennium Falcon. So I'll throw that out. Hey!
Yeah.
I think I may have just found my new face me. I gotta see the movie first. Maybe Forky's like a total jerk.
Yeah, he could be. He's nice on the outside, but he's got issues.
All right, do you think I wonder if I could do Slinky Dog from memory too. This is the kind of madness that we crave here on SketchUp Live. All right, I'm pretty sure, like the certainty with which I launch into this new modeling project, that his body is like a half circle. Matt's gonna look it up to tell me just how far off I am.
Voiced by the great Jim Varney, of course.
You know, he's like one of those guys that I recognize his voice, but I have no idea what he looks like.
Really?
Yeah.
Ernest.
Oh yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
See, just had to say Ernest. Because that's the caliber of entertainment that I grew up with.
Yeah, no.
Ernest goes
Josh.
to places.
Josh is a big Ernest guy.
Oh yeah? Is he
Yeah,
big?
he loves Ernest Goes to Jail, Ernest Scared Stupid. All the Ernests.
There's so much good Ernest out there. Yeah, I'm already lost. I know his body, the front half of his body.
Yeah, is like the front and back are both like circles.
Yeah.
Or like half spheres. And then I'm trying to find a good, or I guess you could look for a picture too, but.
My favorite part of Slinky Dog is easily when he barks and he's just yelling bark, bark, bark over and over again. His head is a ball too.
Yep.
So I'm gonna bring this up here like this. See, I don't remember. What I'm not remembering about him is are his legs slinkies too? Like springs?
His legs are not springs. They're just kind of like, they kind of look like hot dogs almost.
Okay. His feet look like they're cut out of plywood, right? They're like kind of flat foot shapes. Kind of?
Yeah. Yeah. Sort of.
Sure. You're suffering enough. Why not?
There's like multiple different illustrations or whatever of him. So I'm trying to go from like the moving one, but just making sure that I can. Did you just want me to
Throw
an
some up
image
on the
up?
screen? Sure.
Yeah.
I'm going with something like this. This is my prediction. It's going to look something like this. Something. I'm committing to something.
Yeah. Okay. Can you see this okay?
Can. Yeah, not right. Okay.
It's kind of like that.
Kinda. Well, for this ridiculous timeline that I put on myself.
Yeah, that should work okay.
All right.
I could also put it up on your other monitor if that would help.
That's true.
Does that help? It's like I don't even watch out what it is.
Yeah, I can see the tip of his nose. Okay. Dang it. Back leg. All right. Ooh, I had to make legs bigger, body smaller, because he gained some weight. We'll shrink him down a little bit. What I missed? Scale. All right. Oh, nuts. I got half a foot here.
Right around 6 inches or so, I'd say.
There we go. Come up. I'm going to come over like that. I'm going to put an arc on here. Grab this, this, and this, and I'm going to follow me up there. All right. Slide that into the body. There we go. All right, there's that. Yeah, that's not a bad size right there. So he has sort of another one of these kind of shapes. Let me turn on my hidden geometry so I can, doesn't come off the middle, but maybe like right about here. Let's say it joins about there. Circle right here. Actually, I'm gonna do 2 circles. It's got kind of a collar going on first, so I'm gonna do that. And I'll put another circle right here. Yeah. A little bit of cleanup. That's gonna work.
Nice.
All right, dog face. Let's see, I'm gonna do this first thing. Keep saying first. My next first thing, I'm gonna make an ear. Give it a little bit of depth. It's like a dog. Make that a group. And I'm going to use...
Clothworks or whatever it's called.
Almost. I'm going to use more Fredo Scale with something called Radial Bending. That's going to take that shape and bend it down. Scale it up a little bit. And did I make that centered? I almost made it centered. Let's see what happens. I'm just going to spin around. Not too bad. Slide her back. Get in there.
Nice.
All right. This may look a little hacky. This part might get a little awkward.
Questionable?
Yes. All right. So I'm going to start with a circle like this. I'm out of scale, I know. I'm going to pull it up like this. And I'm going to grab that and scale it. Push, pull up again, grab that, scale it.
Leo Vlad, gotta go. Alrighty, well, thanks for tuning in this far, certainly. And yeah, he says have a wonderful day. You have a wonderful day as well.
Yeah, have a great weekend.
Take care.
You know, when you get to that point where you ask yourself, what is it you think you're doing?
Yeah. Yeah. How did I get here?
Right. It seemed like so far away that I woke up this morning thinking I was going to do one thing.
Well, variety is the spice of life, you know?
That it is.
Don't plan it out too much. I've been yawning like a madman over here.
I blame that burger.
Yeah. Also, the burger I had, of course, no bun. Lettuce bun. First burger I've had like that, not good. Wouldn't do it again.
Not coming back for more.
Nope.
Well, it's good. You tried it. You went for it.
As we've said before, many times, variety, of course, is the spice of life. So I thought, might as well get lettuce instead of a bun on a hamburger.
Just want to point out, lettuce is not known for the spice in general, so as far as spice of life goes,
Yeah, no,
I got what you paid for.
Fairly bland, that's for certain.
Alas. All right, where are we at? Oh man, we're killing it here. Good enough. Just kidding. I could finish the circle. All right. And his eyes are a little bit more like this. And he actually... All right. I got something. Sorry, just real quick eye pun there. Didn't help myself.
I pun, you pun, we all...
Couple of punny guys.
That's right. And energetic as well. You can certainly tell from the last half hour.
Well, I'm focusing. That's my excuse.
Yeah, you've been focusing. I've been watching you focus.
That's good. How's it looking over there?
It takes it at me.
I'm sorry.
No, it's nothing to do with you. It's
Dude, what's wrong with your dog? Oh man.
I fed him something weird. I don't know, but he hasn't been the same since.
Been good, Slink.
You look so mad.
He's got issues. Pardon me. Oops, nope, that's the light color. All right, homework assignment for you guys. You got to come up with something awesome that we can actually model in the amount of time. So I have to come up with a ridiculous challenge like this next time. I mean, considering the amount of time spent, I'm not gonna dish on myself too much. But yeah, we gotta do something better than this. All right, one quick slinky in the middle here, and we should be done. Not that much. I'm replaying favorites. This is, those of you who have not seen it, from an old skill builder. Scale that back. Oh yeah, tail. I'll get the tail. Oh, too much slinky. All right. I'm gonna one more time as we've done before. Get a circle on here perpendicular to the main face. Ah.
What would happen if you did like because slinkies aren't like perfectly circular, you know? If you did a rectangle, would it like bend around weird? Or would it stay like oriented the right? Because I know sometimes when you have like, you know, changes in your path or whatever, it comes out kind of weird. But.
Yeah, what I would do if I was doing that, I would probably use an extension like upright extruder.
Okay.
Because whoa,
It looks kind of cool.
that's very cool.
But,
I don't know why it happened. Weld that thing. All right.
Path you've chosen does not begin or end on the extrusion cross section.
Well, we just made a gateway to another dimension instead of making Slinky Dog. So, sorry guys. I'm gonna
You
do
could
it.
just leave it like line too.
That's true. I could cop out and call it done, but I'm not gonna, cause I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm not sure if it had to do with scale, but just in case, try that again. Wow, that's cool. I don't know why that's happening, but all right, so let me try this. Just because I can never leave well enough alone, never accept defeat.
Yeah, that is so weird.
That is really cool, but not.
Like, why is it getting bigger on the one,
Yeah.
one
So
side?
I go here. Up
It instantly jumps to that. Yeah, that's weird.
Look at that. That is sick. You guys ever seen this before? This is crazy.
I
All
don't
right.
have any idea why it's doing that either.
I don't know. I'm gonna try this in. I thought maybe it's because my circle was too tiny, but oh,
Huh.
I don't know what you're talking about. Works fine.
What's up with the end of it? Did
Let's look.
something weird happen?
Looks fine to me. I don't know why anything that just happened, so. Yeah, and his tail's a slinky too, but you know what? I don't know that I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cut a corner right here. Actually, can't even tell exactly what his tail does in that picture, but I'm gonna say it's something like this. All right. Slap that on his backside. And almost there. Stay on target. We'll call this our all right, and then we will do one last radial bending. All right, and that's a half-hour slinky dog.
Nice, yeah. Time constraints and everything. Can you do a bend on his stomach real quick? Like how
We can
he's
try.
supposed to-
Yeah, let's try. Let's see what happens. What's the worst that could happen? Control S. When you invite that kind of thing into your house.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if we go to Fredo Scale. And assume I'm going to do just 2 bends, but we'll see. About halfway through. Bend it down. No, actually, I'm doing it backwards right now. Okay, so go that way.
Well, is there a way to kind of bend down from the, like bend the middle down? You know?
Yeah, so I was just trying to think of how I would.
Because when you do it, do you select like a point to bend from?
Mm-hmm.
Can you select the middle point?
But then the
You're only doing it
ends
one direction.
will. Yeah, because then you got to bend it down and then bend it flat and then back up and then back over. I think I got to do 4 bends because it's gonna go down, and it's go this way, and it's gonna go. I don't even know if it's gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna destroy some geometry here. Is what's gonna happen.
Robert points out that the profile of a slinky is a thin rectangle, and I believe you're right. Just because, on a kind of time constraints, that's why we went with just the circular slinky here. So
You are correct, though. Oh boy. I'm wincing already. Brace yourself. It's getting ugly. I'll be honest with you. This is not turning out well. Probably the way to do this would be to take the original path, and I would say radial bend that.
Oh, gotcha.
Actually, maybe even use something like Flowify or maybe Shape Bender to take the original path and actually have it get bent into that, because it'll come off, it'll kind of slowly come down from each side, go down like that, and then have an arc. So there'll actually be an arc here, a turn here, and an arc here. So if you did that with the path first and then did the follow me, it probably would have worked.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, he is not the most gorgeous slinky dog I've ever seen, but he's not too bad. gonna say this is the original toy. This is the toy that the character was based on.
Yeah, they took a little, artistic license. When
Right. This is much closer to
adapted.
the specifications of the manufacturer.
Yeah, this is 2 scale.
Mm-hmm. Oh, except Mark's huge.
Just
Wait,
get
wait.
Mark out of there.
Now
This
it's the
is 2
scale. All right. So that's my 30-minute. Actually, I wasn't even watching the time. Around 30-minute.
Yeah.
Slinky dog. So we did that.
Did
We
Wadi?
did. The poor guy cannot catch a break. Yeah, you get. See, I can say this is Sporky because he looks a lot like Sporky.
You need Forky?
Oh, dang it. Did I save him as? No, I saved him as Forky. And this is a character, an original character my own design called Wadi, who looks a lot like Woody, but you can see he's not exactly the same. Mm-hmm. by design. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate y'all swinging by and hanging out this Friday. We've been talking about what's next. What do we keep doing with this thing? Like I said, as long as that's not a threat or anything, as long as you guys keep showing up, we're gonna keep doing it. We love doing this. But we do always need ideas. So if you have some thoughts on what you think would make awesome live modeling, let us know. The easiest way is to, of course, go to our forum, and from there, just tell us what you think we should model, what we should do next, and we can dedicate our time to making something beautiful.
Just as we did today.
Sporky looks killer.
I think Sporky looks great, yeah.
His buddies, they're something. A helicopter, actually a helicopter has come up a couple different times, and I think that might be kind of a cool one. That would be a fun one to do. I like the idea of having a combination of organic-y flowing shapes along with like hardcore mechanical metal chunks. That's a kind of a cool idea also. But yeah, let us know on the forum because we're looking for stuff all the time. And the plan as of now is to come back here, mat free, unfortunately,
Yeah.
next week, next Friday, and take another stab at something.
You guys can go on without me. I
We'll
believe
try.
in you.
We will try. We'll do our best. No promises. Eric had a question. What's the best way to learn SketchUp if you already know another 3D package? Depending on the 3D package, you're going to pick it up very quickly. If you know how to think in 3D. One of the biggest problems that people struggle with if they're an existing user of a different software is accepting that SketchUp is probably different from that other package. So a lot of people come in with CAD experience and they have a hard time initially accepting that layers work differently, that zooming is differently, that orbiting is differently. There is no 2D view in SketchUp. So if you can let all that stuff go, you'll probably pick it up pretty quick. The actual steps to learning are pretty much the same for everybody. I would recommend heading over to our website, clicking on the Learn tab up at the top left corner, top right, sorry, I'm reversing myself now. Top right side, click on Learn, and you can go to our SketchUp Campus. And SketchUp Campus is gonna let you actually take some interactive courses and learn the basics. They may seem, again, if you're an existing user, they may seem basic, but they'll get you solid on the basics and ready to learn more. SketchUp's interesting in that we have a lot of users doing a lot of different things. So for everybody, the beginning's the same. You start with the basics, learn the basics, and then after that, you kind of end up customizing your workflow to whatever it is you're doing. But that first step, the initial launching into SketchUp, definitely check out SketchUp Campus. Swinging doors, shades, windows, that would be cool. Interactive components. There you go. Yeah, learn.sketchup.com. That's perfect. Yeah. Well, yeah, so we're gonna log off here, guys, but we'll leave the chat open for a little while. So if you do have additional ideas that come to your head in the next 2, 3, 5 minutes, something like that, go ahead and leave them in the comments. And other than that, thank you so much for coming by, and we will catch up with you next week. Have a great weekend, have a great week, and keep on modeling.
Yeah, take it easy, guys.
Thank you.